Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today, we are doing something, I guess special is the right word. Recently, the open beta for Magic Legends has started, which if you don't know what this is, it is basically it's basically, an action RPG like Diablo, but in the trappings of Magic the Gathering. It's a Magic the Gathering skin, um, which is in theory a game I should be liking a lot, but I don't. I don't like this game at all, and I do want to put this out almost as a PSA. Um, because the moment this stream is over, I am uninstalling this game from my computer and getting it out of my brain space, probably forever. Uh, but I should probably explain why that is, and hopefully we over the course of this hour-long stream will get into some detail about that. You can play as different planeswalkers. There are 5 different classes. You start off with each one that embodies one of the 5 colors of mana and Magic. I picked Mind Mage as my class because for Stone as a Mind Mage, I should play as a Mind Mage. That seems appropriate. I just, you can't play as non-human, sadly. So I am this boy here. But that is kind of the thing. So this is my meditation, or my fragment of Bolus's meditation realm. You kind of just have to go with it. I have just finished, as of the time of this recording, the intro tutorial, which is about like 5, 6, my thing says 7, 8 hours I've played, but I feel like if I wasn't dawdling, I could have done that in like 6, which was in Zendikar. So I've just unlocked all the mechanics of the game, and I figure we should just get started, by going into I guess where would the map, and going into the mission. I was able to choose between like a couple of different areas. Like there were Teleria, Benalia, and Shiv on Dominaria I could have gone to, but I decided I was going to go to Gavany, which is a location in the plane of Innistrad, which, if you're not familiar with Magic, and you probably are if you watch this channel, it is the plane that is very gothic horror. Like vampires, werewolves, zombies, that kind of thing. Very classic horror. And I should probably talk a bit about the setup. I am playing because this game you can play. You play decks. Your special moves are a deck of cards, and I am playing.
I'm so sorry, Elder Havish. These cursed beasts have been stalking me for hours now. Olaf, what have you gone and done?
And this.
I was just helping Nani.
This is a mostly mono red or mono blue deck, but I have splashed red for shock, which is a 1 red spell. The 1 red spell that I have so far. This is I only have blue spells aside from shock, so I figured I might as well like take advantage of my 2 color abilities and use it. And you'll see on my bottom gauge I have blue and red mana. You probably noticed in that defend the 2 men from the Howlpack will okay, they just die, I guess. Don't even have to cast any spells.
One monster can protect you from another, boy.
So you probably noticed already, like some of the like this game seems very rough. Like it's basic things where the voice acting and the subtitles don't match, and voice acting clips interrupt other voice acting clips. So even if you're paying attention, you might get lost because there's so much different information that it kind of gets muddled. Um, that is already like one of my biggest problems with the game, and that this game feels incomplete and empty. And I know this is open beta, so some of this does like this some of this does need to at least will get addressed later. Um, but if you're going to offer like this is a free to play game, but if you're going to allow people to pay for stuff in it, which this game does, and we'll get to that later because I have a whole tirade to go about that. It's a little. You shouldn't be releasing a game in this rough a state, even in the modern day.
Thank you. My name is Olaf. Dear Nani Ula will be so grateful you saved me and Elder Havish. Nani Ula, my mentor. She uses powerful magic just like you. Actually, I think she would.
Could you teach me black mana spells?
I sense sarcasm in your voice, but there's
Oh, dark arts, great.
spells as our dear.
I mean, I do love Demir colors, so this would probably be ideal for me, actually.
That's the spirit.
I bet you Shiv offers red magic, Teleria, blue. I don't know what the other place. Yeah, I imagine this is like you get magic from different areas. Like this is Innistrad, so you get a lot of black magic.
Elder Havish, however, doesn't want me helping Nani, but she is so thoughtful of others.
Great. So are you gonna kill zombies right now? I suppose this sounds like a.
Nani, this traveler is a new friend. They say.
Oh, what have we here? Another.
See, they keep cutting each other off.
Thank you for saving my dear assistant. Not to worry, my child. I'm sure you did the best you could. Allow Nani to deal with these beasts.
Oh, did you just absorb their souls?
There we are. A moment of peace and quiet.
She's probably Golgari mage.
Closer, dearie. Let me have a look at you. Well, my child, I have much to teach those who help poor old Nani. Maybe you can help us save the villagers of Cruciborg from a terrible curse, huh? Why, you could consider it your first lesson. Now, there is no need to be nervous. Take this amulet, my dear. If you place it on the town altar, the magic it holds will cleanse the curse from Cruciborg. My Olaf will lead the way, my child. Just follow.
The other thing that you've probably noticed already is that there is no background music at all. Like this is a deathly quiet game. Which it's almost uncomfortable.
Cruciborg is just down this road. My only hope is that we aren't too.
Which you could argue is maybe like for here since it's Innistrad, like this would be an artistic. This would be artistic, like because Innistrad is supposed to be a very like horrific place, so you do want to evoke that feeling. Except, the Zendikar area also had no music, and honestly, most of this game has like no background music. Not even like occasionally for a big boss fight, but other than that, it is deathly quiet, and that just doesn't read well. Just considering how loud the music is in the title screen. But all of this can be forgiven. Like the technical issues with dialogue cutting off, the issues with the lack of back music, all this can be forgiven and eventually fixed. But there are as we'll get to it later, some fundamental, like, really core issues with the game.
Gavany is home to many dark creatures.
which is what actually put me off.
She protects us from them.
Oh yeah, we got some Geist that are white mana. Let me use some of my spells. See, this is actually a cool system. This is the part I like, is the system of gathering mana and casting spells. This stuff on the bottom of my bar, these 4 things, this is my hand. So they do a pretty good job of simulating what like Magic might feel like if you were playing the game in this kind of like top-down perspective. This is my mana bar, and this is my hand. And I gather mana by using basic attacks and damaging enemies. And I use that mana to cast spells. And when I cast a spell, another one... Oh, hey, that's Gissa and Geralf. I know these people. They are from Magic. Oh, looks like the dialogue just straight up cut off here. Okay, how did they release this game? But as you can see here, like this guy is a 3/2, which is because he is a creature spell. So when I cast him, I actually summon a minion to fight with me. And I am a blue mage, so I started as a mono blue deck. I'm a mind mage, so I started with a mono blue deck, but I can play any 2 colors of Magic.
Chrisborg is just ahead. Oh, we are going to help so many people.
So despite being a mind mage, I could later dual class into like a Rakdos or a Golgari deck. But because I'm a mind mage, I have like certain starter skills that cannot change. That will only change when I change classes, which we will get to that in a moment. I think. Let me see. Can I change classes? No, I had to unlock. Okay, so I will unlock Necromancer, probably by beating the Innistrad segment, or I will unlock Beast Caller probably by doing some other stuff. Okay, that makes sense. But yes, you will be able to switch classes. But currently, since I start as a mind mage, I am playing as a mind mage. Okay, so we are doing a mission now. The cure, she's apprenticed to... Okay, so let's... I guess we could play with our players, but for the sake of this stream, we will just play on our own. And...
Pause for a moment, my sweet. The amulet I gave you will cleanse the curse from this village, but it also allows your dear Nanny Ula to be with you as well. You need not face the peril alone. Prepare for anything, my dear. You should know that in order to break the curse,
oh, great.
things you find objectionable. You came to me to seek power and knowledge, young one, and you will have to enter the shadows to find them. This is your first.
We're gonna kill some innocent people.
Good. Just be well, my pet. You have no idea what this curse has done to the
These are werewolves, aren't they? We're gonna kill some werewolves. Okay, let me change my perspective, please. Thank you. This is basically a save point, or a checkpoint.
The cursed ones will do all they can to keep you out. Stand near the barrier, and the amulet's magic will drain it of power. As I suspected, they bound a forest spirit to power the enchantment. Put the poor thing out of its misery to bring down the barrier.
I don't have enough mana to cast Shock. At least I finally drew it. Okay, that's a shock. Let's bring some creatures out. I actually like I don't hate the moment to moment, although as you can probably tell, it's really easy. I haven't really had to do a whole lot of tactical thinking or like clever play. I've mostly just been like I've mostly spent my time playing this game just mashing spells. Just mashing auto attack and spells and just seeing what happen. And that's how I win. So the game doesn't really challenge you to play in like ways that make you utilize your library. It's mostly just playing attacks until enemy die. And maybe that changes in higher difficulties, but somehow I doubt it. Cast this dude. Now we're getting a decent posse of minions going. Which just does feel cool. Like playing a planeswalker and summoning creatures like this does feel cool. That I will not deny. I just wish they had us do a bit more with it.
Agent of the Swamp Witch, we know why you are really here. If you insist on entering our village, know that we will do what we must to survive.
I should have known. My dear Kurjak has fallen to the curse. I fear the whole village. We must hurry, my pet. Stand close to the barrier and let the amulet do its work.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on here. It is mostly just like I am just mashing auto attack and finishing up these guys. There's not a whole lot of strategy or thought. Like I don't even have to use my spells all that much. So I probably should, because you know, if I'm gonna have all these spells, I might as well make use of them. My ultimate's ready. That's pretty cool.
Invaders have reached the walls. Notify the elders.
We are probably going to kill people.
Oh dear, the village has fallen to lycanthropy. No doubt the elders are spreading the curse. You must find that young one and grant them peace.
Oh, we're killing werewolves now. Great. I do... I have always wondered... I wonder if I could build a Gruul Werewolves deck in this game. Maybe it would actually be a good one, unlike the many times I've tried to build it in Commander and just never worked out. And we're murdering people, but they're werewolves, so it's okay, is what I'm going to tell myself as I learn the secrets of black magic. And probably unlock the Necromancer class after this. But I'm really only using spells because it feels like I should. Otherwise, like, this whole library mechanic, which is a really cool idea, just doesn't come into it unless I force it. Oh, he's moving too fast for my spells to connect, but it's okay, I have a bunch of minions. I also noticed that an issue I have a lot is there's often like one or two more waves and it feels like there should be. Is there any, like, why is there a marker here? Why is there a marker here? I took a lot of direct damage, and my health hasn't suffered at all for it. That feels wrong. I feel like I should have gotten hurt a lot more from what just happened to me. And the worst part, I'm not even sure what spells I cast, because like the artwork here, it's like the creatures are distinctive enough, but when it comes to the actual like the spells I'm casting, the non-creature spells, they don't feel very visually distinctive on the bar. Which means I sometimes don't actually know what I'm casting. I just know it's going to be an area of effect thing that will be good. Because I've set my deck up with that in mind. And that... I don't know if that's like an endemic of the game or of me. I genuinely don't know. Okay, journey deeper, but there's nothing here. This is another part of the thing, is that the problem I have with this game is that it feels hard to trust that everything's going smoothly, because you have all of those subtitle issues. Like there's like when you combine the subtitles not fully working properly, or sometimes it's being just different straight up from what people are saying, with how the quest markers feel like they're not accurate sometimes, or how the game is silent a lot of the time. Like it never feels like you can trust the game to be working quote unquote as intended. It feels like there's always something that has gone wrong. This is me popping essentially my devil trigger. Never really gotten the hang of how this operates. I got a white spell, Radiant Volley. So I could play blue-white. I don't have enough to play red-white, but I could if I had enough spells. See, I'm taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't feel like I am. Like, my health has not really gone down. You're saying journey deeper, but it doesn't say there.
Proved yourself unwilling to leave our home in peace. Now, I curse you with a rage of spirits.
You just cut yourself off, dude, and I didn't even move.
The poor dear thinks
Again!
binding curse can penetrate the amulet's protection. All he did was teach me the ritual.
They keep cutting themselves off. This game is so... Also, like, there's in between fights. This is Magic Legends. Pebble, this is the Magic the Gathering Diablo game. The official MTG Diablo game. That's what we're playing right now. And I guess the other thing I'm having an issue with is that this whole game seems very lifeless. Like, I should be... Like, I'm killing werewolves in Innistrad. I should feel powerful, but all I feel is that... Or I should feel powerful or scared or something, but I feel nothing but, like, disappointment. Also, these don't really look like good werewolves, if I'm being terribly honest. I don't like the visual style they went with this Innistrad. It's very generically Diablo style, if that makes any sense. If what I'm saying makes any logical sense. This doesn't, like, it doesn't look satisfying. I guarantee you it feels less satisfying than it looks. I am mostly just auto-attacking, and then summoning the occasional creature, and doing an occasional explosion. Oh, I've been casting, yeah, I've been casting more than 2 spells. Yes, oh, I'm actually taking damage now. Cool. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Okay, Devil Trigger. Never mind. All good. I didn't even realize I was taking damage. That's how zoned out I was. And now I got a respawn point, so it doesn't matter if I die. Also, I have a piece of equipment that gives me health drain whenever I kill an enemy, so I'm probably going to get back up to health in no time. Yeah, like, I have a whole deck. So...
Thank the angels! These people were going to eat me, but they ran off when you showed up.
right now, we're in Gavany, in Innistrad, and our objective is to lift the curse off this village, which has turned into bloodthirsty werewolves. That guy was talking, and the subtitles just cut him off. That was impressive. And earlier, before the stream started, I finished the Zendikar campaign. Because each area has its own campaign, and you have to do Zendikar 1 first. It's a tutorial level. You have to do it. All 6 hours of it, before you do anything else. And there, we beat up Thada Adele because she stole, or she had something that another planeswalker stole from Ral for reasons we're not entirely sure of yet. Yeah, I see that like bored face you're showing in the chat, and that was more or less my expression throughout most of the Zendikar story. I don't have any particular. Oh, I just brainwashed her. I forgot that that's what that move does. Oh, cool. I'll summon something while you're occupied. No, you're back. Your control wore off. Great. I forget what a lot of my deck does. Which is a shame, because I actually think the deck building mechanic is a cool concept. The idea of playing and casting spells. But it doesn't feel satisfying. There is a weightlessness to this combat. It feels floaty. It doesn't feel very crunchy at all. I must use my 1 red spell. That technically qualifies as a 2-color deck. Like, I have essentially 12 blue spells in shock as my deck right now. But as you can see, I'm having no trouble, like, just taking my eyes off the screen for, like, moments at a time to read the chat. And this is, like, doing me nothing. Because all I'm doing is essentially just... I'm not even looking at my deck. I'm more or less just casting spells as they come. because there's no reason not to. Oh, hi there. Oh, I probably shouldn't have left you to die over there. Oh well, you'll come back, I'm sure. Oh, you're infected and augmented. I don't know what those terms mean. Because you don't seem to die any, like, more or less easy or harder. We did have a final boss against the Avenger Zendikar, which looked like a giant tree in the Zendikar story, but so far, I guess you did miss it on stream. We met Geralt and Gissa, but if you didn't know that they were Geralt and Gissa, you were never going to know that because the game didn't say who they were. They just said mysterious guy and mysterious girl, or whatever the titles were. I don't remember because it didn't make a strong impression. But they were very obviously Geralt and Gissa. And if you didn't know that when you saw them, you were never going to know. I guess the other problem I have is that, like, if you don't know magic lore, you have no business playing this game, because this game doesn't tell you anything. Ral Zarek's tutorial level, but they just name drop Izzet League and Ravnica and all of that, and if you don't know what those terms mean, he is not explaining them to you at all. Okay, I guess I had to sit here and wait for the meter to fill up to max. Alright, I should probably be casting spells. Should probably check the equipment I'm getting and see if anything has higher numbers than what I have now. I guess one thing I will say is good about the game is that your equipment and your outfit are separate. And when you get a new piece of equipment, you unlock its glamour as like a separate item. And that means that you can have whatever outfit you want to look like, and it will not affect your performance at all. Because they are separate. They are essentially separate things that you unlock at roughly the same time. So that's good.
This is for all the souls of Crucible.
And again, like there is merit to these mechanics. They just need to be implemented in a way that feels a bit more crunchy. That feels a bit more satisfying to use. Because if I didn't cast these spells, I feel like I could probably get by on auto attack alone. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it is basic functionality, but some games just don't, so it is worth pointing out when games do. Like, I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, and I have problems with the way they handle glamours in that game. Okay, we're hitting the boss fight for this mission, is what this says. So we will enter the arena and start the boss fight. Oh, okay. Arena activated. Well, let's see what we're fighting against. Probably... A Banalish guard just got killed. Banalia's in fucking Dominaria. What the fuck? I feel like they used the wrong model there. Okay, weakening each area's binding magics. Okay, so... Okay, let's just start here. I'd like to have all of my minions from outside, but this is fine. Oh, okay. Slay the spirit. We're just doing more of what we were already doing, eh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I in theory should feel powerful right now, but there's no like effect there should be like a sound effect or something that makes this feel more impactful, but I don't feel like I'm doing the powerful Mind Mage Psionic Blast that the game wants me to feel like I'm doing right now. This just feels... Empty and weightless are the two words that keep entering my head as I describe this game. This game feels very empty and very weightless. There's no bite to these mechanics. There's a decent foundation here that they could use to make something really cool, but there's no bite to it. There's something off about the scaling. There's something off about the visual language, the audio language they're using. It doesn't feel right. That's something I keep coming back to over and over again. The longer I played this game, literally for a good 6 hours, just so I could unlock multicolor magic. Because until you finish Zendikar, you are stuck playing your base class's monocolor.
Place the amulet on the altar. Rid this town of its curse. You did it! Oh, my precious apprentice. Your dear Nani Ula is so proud of you. Oh, the poor people of Cruciborg. I will put their souls to good use.
What? We did a bat-in? Oh my god! The old crone was evil this whole time.
Oh, don't cry for them, young one. The villagers were cursed with bestial instinct and uncontrollable rage. Thanks to you, they have been freed from the vessels that imprisoned them. Return to me, my dear one, so I can remove the burden of those souls from your amulet. We shall talk of this when you return.
Alright, so at the end of each mission you get your reward from this chest. So let's open it up. Oh, I revived Ether today. I got a black spell. I think that's a black spell. Doomsai Wraith. Planeswalk. We're planeswalking from Innistrad back to Innistrad. Alright, map guide. Okay, so we were here, and there's a mana tower here, and a mana tower. Okay, there's stuff. Yes, there's gold, Aether, and Zen. And Zen is the company's proprietary currency, not WotC's Perfect World, who are the actual developers of this game. Zen is the one you can buy with real world money. We're gonna get to that in a second. Because I got words. I got a lot of words. Actually, fuck it. We're getting to this now. Where's my map? Where's Eternity's map? Yes, we'll go to the Sanctum, which is the location in Dominaria that Joda has sanctioned planeswalkers to hang out at. Actually, that is the plot. Joda, Archmage Eternal, your perfect 5-color commander, has sanctioned this area for planeswalkers to hang out at, to kind of cordon them off from the rest of Dominaria. So let me go. Oh, I should probably let me switch out Shock to play the Doomsday Wraith. As if I'm going to actually play this game again. So all of the things I was talking about before, the floatiness, the lack of music in the overworlds, the cutting off of subtitles, the literally saying different things in the subtitles versus what you're saying in the actual game. A lot of that can be forgiven and or fixed later through patching. But this whole thing is endemic to the game's core structure, and this can't be fixed. This can be adjusted. It can be more palatable. It cannot be fixed. So here I can buy literal booster packs that provide artifacts that I can equip, spells I can cast, and at the highest tier, the top tier loot from this pack is the Dimir Assassin class. So you cannot unlock the Dimir Assassin class, which is the only prestige class that's unlocked at this point. There will be others as the game progresses, I'm sure. But it is the only prestige class that is available at the moment. It is the blue and black Dimir Assassin class, which of course you can play any color deck with Dimir Assassin, but that's just what you'd assume you'd probably play with that kind of class. And you can acquire it through buying packs and hoping to God that one of the packs you open contains the legendary Dimir Assassin class. But if you don't want to do that, you can come over here. You see, I think it's over here. Yes, here. To the Consignment Broker. Who is functionally the auction house for this game. Where someone's already bought the Dimir Assassin. You see, out of all the time I've played this game, all 7-8 hours of it, I've accumulated 15,110 gold total. If I want to buy the Dimir Assassin class, 8.5 million gold, assuming there's one available to buy. That is gross. That is gross. And this is why I have decided that the moment this game is done, I will uninstall it. The moment this stream is over, this game is not being uninstalled from my system. I can't broker this shit. I know the game is free to play. I know they have to make their money somewhere. This is disgusting. This I cannot tolerate. And if you want to buy Zen, which let's see how much does Zen cost? 230,000 Zen is $200. Okay, we'll assume that that's the best value. Let's assume, so 1,200 Zen for 5 packs. I could buy, for 1,500, for 2,300 Zen, I could buy $1,200 for 5 packs. About 100 packs, or a little under 100 packs, and hopefully within one of those 100 packs I would get the legendary Demir Assassin class, which you see you bugged out. I could spend $200 in IRL and roll 100 packs, see if I can get it, or I could literally buy it for 8.5 million gold, when out of the entire 8 hours I've played this game, I've only gotten 15,000. Just if I want to play as Demir Assassin. Not as a Mind Mage. And you think there are going to be other classes that they will add to this game, probably also through this same system, through packs. This is the kind of thing that infuriates the shit out of me. This is the thing I cannot broker. And if you have 4,000 Zen, you can buy this bundle that includes the starting classes. Note, not the starting spell decks, just the classes. So if I didn't want to unlock the Beast Caller, Necromancer, and all of that through gameplay, I could come here to the store and buy these classes, or the bundle that has all of them, through my Zen packs. Through Zen, and let's see, 4,000 Zen. That's roughly $50. To get that pack. I guess $40 if you want to buy this twice. Or you could buy boosts here in the store to boost your progression speed. There's also a battle pass system that you can do dailies and weeklies to advance your battle pass to get rewards. And literally the moment I saw this menu, my interest in the game just died, because I already didn't really enjoy my Zendikar experience all that much, because that's like a 7-hour tutorial for a game whose basic mechanics only take like maybe a couple minutes to grasp in their entirety. And I just can't. I can't with this shit. I can't do it. I literally only played that long so I could stream this for an hour. And maybe that was also a waste of my time, frankly. Oh, I guess I could spend the Aether I've built up to buy spell infusions, whatever the fuck that means. Funny, I had so much tutorial and they didn't actually tell me what spell infusions were. Oh, I guess I could equip this artifact, because why not? Now you can equip all this shit. And that's my gear score up here. So you get a gear score, you get all of this shit. You get all the shebang. And this is kind of how the progression. And I guess over in the other side of this, you can change your glamour, but that's all you really can do here. Is see other players' outfits, use the real money auction house, or the real money, or the in-game store, and come here and change your glamour. That's about all you can do here at Sanctum. And this alone is why I will never advocate for this game. I'll probably and it sucks, because I do think the spell book mechanic, the library mechanic, the deck building mechanic, I should say. That's a cool hook. That's a cool hook they do nothing with. And instead, they make a shitty, free-to-play, predatory, microtransaction-laden game around it, instead of doing something at all interesting.
Hexenrast? Why do you ask? We've done nothing wrong. Apologies. The offer is appreciated. How else can I help you?
And there's just nothing. Like this is like, I am an Innistrad, one of my favorite planes in MTG. I should be ecstatic, and all I feel is just nothing. I feel, oh,
Fondest greetings. Oh. Duas, my name is Justinia Markov, exiled daughter of the Markov bloodline, greatest and most powerful of the vampire families of Innistrad.
there's literally a difference between what you said and what the subtitles say. Like, you didn't even say you. Okay, sure. I'll just tell me you're a vampire. Sure.
I was accused and convicted of a terrible crime. The crime of enjoying human company. They found me a threat to their... And now I'm here. I love it here. So many people willing to... What else might I do for you? Nani Ula, our dear protector. I hear she has taken on a new apprentice. What else might I do?
Okay, goodbye. You've already bored me, Miss Markov. Look, werewolves. But you're just like the other problem is that werewolves don't feel. I don't feel different fighting werewolves than I did fighting saprolings in Zendikar. Also, like, they just feel like another face with a name that I'm just shooting until they fall down. Honestly, you say there's nothing here to compel you to play this as a Path of Exile. I would even go further than that. I would say that there is anti-motivation to play this game compared to Path of Exile. Yeah, just go play Path of Exile. Don't play this. Play fucking, like, I don't like Blizzard, but you can play Diablo 3 at this point and have a better game experience than playing this. Or Torchlight. There's a bunch of different options here. This game is going to have... The only thing that this game has going for it is the Magic license. There's nothing else. The Magic license and the deck building mechanic is all they've got. And frankly, they've kind of pissed it away.
Still pondering your first lesson? The lesson you learned, dear apprentice, is that all power...
How very black of you.
The villagers of Crucible pay dearly for that. Your words wound my heart, duckling. No magic spell can cure the rage of a tainted soul. Why, if you require proof, just find a few in the wild and try...
Okay, we'll kill werewolves to prove that werewolf killing is a good thing, actually, I guess. Something seems weird about that, but whatever. I got 10 minutes left before the stream is over. I guess I might as well use it killing werewolves in Innistrad, because I have fuck else to do in this game. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. This game could have been fucking banging. But they just let it go to waste. I should feel so cool that they've made a Magic the Gathering thing that wasn't a card game. But still carried over those mechanics into it. But I'm left like this. I feel hollow. This whole thing feels vapid. Mana Tower is under attack, and I don't know what that means. Complete skirmishes in Gavany Township. capture or defend a mana tower in Gavany Township. It doesn't help that this also feels very much like busy work. Yeah. If you're a Magic fan, stay away from this game. If you're not a Magic fan, you probably don't even register this game, and you shouldn't register this game. Like if you are somehow still interested, this game is free to play, but I would stay the hell away from it. Okay. I'll summon more creatures. And make the numbers go high. I will say it is kind of cool watching them transform. That's a cool animation. But I am not going to think about this game. The moment this stream is over, I will have forgotten about this game entirely. I'll pop my double trigger. Necro Alchemist?
I should have known they would have left me alone with the soul vessel.
God, this game is so hollow. This is more hollow than an episode of Bleach. Hey, at least the Black Fiends, the White Geist, and the Green Werewolves are all uniting against me. The blue player. Because I play counter magic, and every other color in the game hates counter spells, except for red, which gets them now, and white, which I guess also got them a little bit, but not really. Oh, Contain Geist. Okay. Oh, hi! Elite Brood Widow? Are you an anime protagonist? Is that why you brood so much? Also, you can totally mind control bosses. Doesn't last very long, but you can do it. Oh, sure, we'll play it. We'll cast a black creature. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. This is, I'm just doing busy work to pass the time at this point. I think I've said my piece. This game is predatory. Oh, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Oh, the mana tower has been captured by the werewolves. Whatever. We'll I guess we're killing werewolves then. Summon you, just to get some new cards in my deck. Eat someone else, leave me alone. Man, how pious of you. Okay, you're a big guy, so you have higher numbers. Using the same model as the weaker ones? Just bigger? I think I'm good. Oh, we defended it and now people are here. Now we have Banalish, or I guess, do you have any people? Thraben inspectors. That's what they're called. Right, Thraben inspectors. The ones you pay a white to for a 1-2 the ETBs with the clue counter or a clue token. That's what those were, I think. I don't really care. Oh, maybe they're Cathars that work with Thalia. This game sucks. I think we're good to go to the main menu. In summation, I played this game for 9 hours now, so you don't have to. Is it really not going to put me in the main menu? Triumphant, epic, horn, music, to nothing. Oh, something I forgot to mention, now that since we're at the final thoughts. This game runs like ass. I have a GTX 980 in my computer, which is not great by this point, but it's still a decent graphics card. I had to run this game on low, just to get 30 FPS. This game runs like shit. Which, for a game that looks like this, is frankly shocking. And even more shocking is that I am not getting the main menu. I hit main menu, and it feels like it glitched out and just going back to the menu. This is how I end it. This is how I end this stream. But yes, this game runs like dog shit. I don't know why I wasn't getting I was getting sub 20 until I put this game on low. I'm surprised it held up at all for the stream. But this is Magic Legends. Don't buy it. I'm sorry you missed it too, Xenochrist, but you can always look at the stream archive to see the nothing that happened here the past hour, and I'll probably post it on YouTube this time next week, as I do with everything else, because the Hitman Target's going out tonight on YouTube. But this is Magic Legends. Don't buy it, or I guess don't buy it. It's free. So if you're buying it, you really should be you really fucked up. But don't play it. Play Torchlight, play Diablo, play Path of Exile. There's so many other games that fill this exact same niche but better. And if you're not, and the Magic license does not make up for how mediocre this game is. Not mediocre, bad. It's actually just bad. But I guess we're not getting main menu. I guess the game just glitched out. So we are gonna wrap up here, folks. Remember to wear your mask, social distance, get your vaccines, wash your hands, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and all lives cannot matter until Black and Trans Lives Matter. Have a great night, and I will see you on Sunday when we continue our adventures with Halo Reach and the Noble Six. Take care and have a lovely evening.